Alright, Pistons fans, so in today's video, we have some news. The Detroit Pistons, they have long-term plans to keep Dwane Casey going forward. But before we continue, please make sure you guys like this video. Today's like goal is 200 likes. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I drop consistent Pistons content, and I'll play the intro.
Subscribe to Joe Polo 10.
Joe Dumars is the MVP.
Detroit basketball.
Okay, so let's get into this. Tom Gores, the Detroit Pistons owner, was at the final home game of the season versus the Milwaukee Bucks, and he spoke to the media. Now, there were a few things that I took away from everything that he said to the media. One main thing that he said is that he believes that this current rebuild feels different than in years past, especially referring to, the Stan Van Gundy days. He feels like this rebuild is different than it was back when we had Van Gundy running the show. But outside of that, and the main focus of this video is what he said about Dwane Casey. So put the image on the screen right now. This is Tom Gores speaking, and he says, "I want to see Dwane Casey for more than next year. Dwane has threaded the needle this year. To lose a lot, and we've lost a lot of games, the key is, can you keep everyone's spirit alive?" So his ability to keep everyone's spirit alive, I think, is such a talent. He's a great man, and we love each other, Dwane and I. But that's not enough to win basketball games. But he understands how to keep these guys engaged while they're going through a hard time. He's threaded the needle. He has the ability to keep everyone inspired. The players love him, and I do too. So that's everything that Gores had to say about Dwane Casey. And then also, just speaking about Casey as a coach, and my personal opinion on this whole situation is, first off, let's look at his career record as a head coach in the NBA. He's won 477 games, and he's lost 504 games. And I've said this in the past, and I'll say it again. When it comes to Dwane Casey, I believe he is the coach who's going to get us to the playoffs. I think we'll make it to the second round, heck, maybe even the third round, the conference finals of the playoffs with Dwane Casey. I also believe during this time, he's going to help develop Killian Hayes and Sadiq Bey, Isaiah Livers, Isaiah Stewart, the entire roster. I believe he's going to help these young guys develop into becoming better basketball players. But is he the championship coach? I don't really think so. I believe he's going to be the guy just like how he was in Toronto. In Toronto, he was the guy who got him to the playoffs, first, second, third round, but he was not the guy to get the Raptors over the hump. They had to bring in another head coach and Nick Nurse to get the job done. So I envision a similar situation happening here in Detroit. He'll get us to the second, third round. He'll develop all of the young talent to a high level, but eventually we will need a new head coach to push us over the hump. And some of you people may believe that he's a championship level head coach, but I just haven't seen it yet. His best season coaching in the NBA as a head coach was 59 wins, and we've seen him make it to the playoffs multiple times, but I just haven't seen that championship caliber coaching from him yet. All of those years where he went up against LeBron James and he lost over and over and over again. Granted, the entire rest of the Eastern Conference, they lost to LeBron as well. But still, when we're focusing on Dwane Casey as a coach, if you're that guy, you got to find a way to push your team over the hump. You have to find a way to defeat LeBron and the rest of those Cleveland Cavalier teams. So the fact that Casey wasn't able to do that, I'm not going to kill him for it because the rest of the Eastern Conference didn't do it as well. But at the same time, if he was that guy, he should have been able to do that. But I will give credit where it's due. He has won Coach of the Year before. That is a high esteemed accomplishment for him. He has been a head coach in the NBA for 13 seasons. And also, he was an assistant coach in the NBA for 14 seasons as well. So he's been around the game for a long time. And I'm not even mentioning his college basketball days. Casey just has a long history of coaching basketball, and he has a lot of experience. And overall, I do like Dwane Casey. It's just, sometimes with specific rotations that he decides to go with irritates me. And then also the way he allocates his minutes frustrates me at times as well. Sometimes he may go with someone like Rodney McGruder or Corey Joseph over someone like Diallo or Killian Hayes. That can frustrate me at times as well. But overall, when I look at the totality of what Dwane Casey is, I believe it's fine to keep him right now, have him be the gap coach, and then eventually replace him if he's not able to get this team to where we need to be. But we still have to give him a chance. He still could prove himself to be that guy who could be a championship level head coach, especially when you have a superstar player like Cade Cunningham, who will be a top 5 player in the NBA one day. When you have a talent like that, it does give you a higher chance of winning a championship. In Toronto, he didn't have Kawhi Leonard. He had DeMar DeRozan, and he had Kyle Lowry. So that's basically everything, man. Pistons fans, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Thank y'all for 5K, and I'm out.